What's up guys, welcome to 30 Plus Pull-Ups. My name is Mike Lin. I created this channel for only one reason, which is to track my own progress and hopefully I can do more than 30 pull-ups in the future. But today I want to share with you what experience I had this summer, which is how I lost 20 pounds over this summer. So before I do that, let me show you some of the pictures of me in the past. Hey guys, so here are a few pictures I'm going to show you. First one here, this picture is actually taken a year ago from right now. As you can clearly see, I was always in this type of shape, pretty much throughout my, teenager or even right now, past few years. Just a little bulky. I was pretty thick on feet, thighs, and it just general, looks more on the, just short and just like stacked way. And then if you look at this picture was taken February of this year, so which is like a couple months before I actually start working out. As you can clearly see, like it doesn't even show in my full back, but as you can tell how big of the belly I had, in this picture, it's very visible. Like I think at that moment, I think this picture I was around 180 pounds, and this picture I would say I definitely, at least 185 or even, approaching 190 pounds. So that was when I was in college, just had a very bad diet, just didn't sleep very well, just everything pretty much. So that was, I think, just one of the worst shape for me these few years. And then next picture here, this picture is I actually already started working out for like a few weeks. That was like around May, I would say. So I think either end of the April or early May. That's when I really starting to work out. So by that point, I was already losing maybe a few pounds, 4, 5, 6 pounds. So that was at this point I would say between 175 to 180, somewhere around there. As you can still see, I have very clear visible belly. It just looked kind of stupid and also again pretty bulky. And then this next picture, this picture was taken last month, so a month ago. At that moment I was already working out. I was already kind of having a routine for a pretty long time. So at this moment I would say I cut down another 5 to 6, 7 pounds. So at that time I would say I would be around 170, around 170 pounds. As you can clearly see, I was in a pretty good shape. Doesn't look very bulky. I think that's maybe in the wind, but my stomach wasn't as big, and it just looks pretty slim. So that's how I was a month ago. So now let's check out how I am right now. Alright guys, this is what I am right now at the end of August. And if you look at my body right now, it's not in good shape, but it's definitely better than before. And it's during the middle of the day, and as you can see, everything is more defined. There's no clear, big belly around, so everything looks pretty good. And let's check out how much I weigh so far. 163.8. Okay, so over the past 4 months, I went from 185, and right now it's 163.8. I'm thinking about going for another 10 pounds, but to lose another 10 pounds. But so far, I think it is a success, and I'm very happy. So yeah, here I am. Okay, now you've already seen my progress. I want to share with you what I did this summer. But first of all is the disclaimer. You want to make sure, go check with your doctor, go check with your physicians first. Because obviously everybody's very different. So, there are things you should do or you shouldn't do. So make sure to get that taken care of first. And then what I did before anything was to actually get a scale. I think that's a very important thing because a scale is like kind of a machine kind of really generate reports for you every single day. You can simply step on it and double check how much you weight. And then like for me, I think it's also a really good way to really change my plan and then kind of see my progress throughout the time. So if I've lost a couple pounds during in the past week or so, I can see the things I did right, things I did wrong, and also if I gain a couple pounds, I can also go back and make sure hey, maybe there are some diets I shouldn't eat, things like that. So all of those are done by scale, because otherwise how would you even know how much you weight? So have a scale I think that's the most fundamental thing. for you. You don't have to have it. I think it's just better for you to really keep on track on. Like right now, I have a really good idea of the things I eat. All the food I eat. All the whatever beverage, liquor, things I drink, and know exactly how much that will put me on scale. If I would gain 1 or 2 pounds a day, things like that. So have a scale is very important. You get really used to them, and it should be your best friend, right? Because you're losing weight. You constantly monitoring how much you weigh. So get a scale. Literally during the summertime, it's like my best friend. I guess I use that, check with that all the time. Just kind of like my phone, probably even more. Okay, so get a scale. So next thing will be workout. So it's very obvious. So workout and diet, these two, like we talked about, it's just like I think the most fundamental thing of losing weight is talk about workout, talk about cardio and the weight. People sometimes argue maybe it's better to do cardio. It's a better method to lose weight, or you should just go do lifting weights. There are some research show that can also lose weight significantly. But in my opinion, I just feel like you should just do both, because both of them will bring you just a lot more benefits, right? With cardio, not just losing fat, burning fat, but also in the same time cardiovascular health, or overall things like that, kind of really make you have a strong heart. That's important. Okay, also lifting weights, just more like muscle balance, muscle strength, endurance, things like that. So you should just do those workout anyway, right? And then for me, personally, how I did my workout was because my main focus was losing weight, so I was a little more on the cardio side, and I did actually work out every single day for the past 100 days. You don't have to, because I just feel like I get so used to them, so I just I feel kind of weird if I don't for some reason. So I just get so used to them. So I literally work out every single day, like Monday through Sunday, every single day. Some days I might do a little less, some days I might do a little more. But it's really an idea of just getting so used to them, getting a routine that becomes part of your life. It's more about lifestyle. Okay, so what I did was 1 day cardio, 1 day weight, 1 day cardio, 1 day weight. Just keep on going and going and going. Cardio, to be a little more proportion. About the same proportion, I would say. And then with weights, I usually, just kind of change over time, right? Some days I would do upper body, sometimes I would do lower body or chest or back, and just different ways. So always definitely go work out. That's just, if you don't have to, but with working out, it definitely helps you a lot faster, just overall. And diet, it's a cliche, everybody knows, it's very important, majority of your effort should spend on preparing your diet, make sure you're eating the right thing. So it can be tough sometimes, but general tip here will be no processed food. So I really like cooking. I just really enjoy cooking too. So I try not to eat as much processed food as possible, right? Even just on your own time, cooking a burger or whatever, hot dog. Try to keep those things down as well. And also obviously beer, just alcohol in general. But obviously everybody, if you're an adult, you're enjoying your life, you socialize, all that. So inevitably you have to have beer or some processed food. That's fine, because I did it too in the summer. But just try to control as low as possible. Just whenever there are times you don't have to, or you might do too much, just stop, and then like once a week, just set a really good routine for yourself. Eating diet, eating habit. So you just really try to get rid of them as much as possible. Okay, and then veggie and the meat. Those are obviously very important, provide all those nutrients you need. Obviously meat, a lot of protein, those are all great. And also a little carb. What I mean by that is just, carbohydrate. It's just my own opinion. I, over the summer, eat just a little bit, maybe a little bit of rice or a little bit of a noodle, but I try to keep that as low as possible. I just feel like for myself, I see the biggest improvement or biggest weight loss when I eat little to no carb. But obviously you want to have little carb. There are always good. There are good carbs. For example, sweet potatoes, potatoes, some rice, brown rice. All those are good, but make sure you do not overly do that. You don't really have to have like a huge bowl or whatever. Just a little bit will be fine. And yeah, just in general, really just spend more time cooking yourself. And I think another great tip I want to give when we talk about losing weight is there's a cardio, right? I'm sorry, calories. So people always do some of those calorie counts. But for me, it was like sometimes it's really hard to really count calories in general, and like people are different. Sometimes if you even eat like 10,000, it's 10,000 calories. If you eat 10,000 calories, it will be very different between two people. So for me, rather than counting calories, what I did was monitoring the weight of how much the food that you eat. So I usually, for example, I weight the food I eat all day will be 2 pounds, and out of those 2 pounds for tomorrow morning when I wake up, tomorrow after everything, before I eat any food, tomorrow morning when I wake up, see how many pounds I gain or things like that. Like rather than counting the consuming calories what I did was I was counting the consuming weight of the food that I had, because for a fact that if you eat 2 pounds of food, you're not gonna gain 3 pounds. That's just not gonna happen. So I mean, it's just an ideas that I use, and I feel like it worked out really well for me. But it's just how I did it in general. So this is only part 1. I'm gonna talk about more tips in part 2. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.